Hello viewers, welcome to one more video on Real Boom. My name is Vallur Venkateswarlu. I am real estate consultant and RERA a consultant also. Today, very hot topic which is mostly in Hyderabad is going is mainly a confusion state for the real estate investors and those people who want to take property or buy or sell. Why this confusion in dilemma? Is it real or is it short term or is it long term? Taking all aspects in the view, we're going to discuss many factors and we'll try to come conclusion at the end. I request everybody with patience to listen the thought until end of this video. Definitely it is going to be a informative and it is going to be useful, which is definitely contribute your decision, your mindset, so that you'll get benefited. My aim is to get benefited taking the reality view. Mainly, why this confusion or wait and watch among the real estate investors or in real estate in the Hyderabad? Number one, if we take it, elections. Recently, there is a change of the government in Telangana. The earlier BRS government was there, now it is the Congress government is come, which is a national party. Earlier regional party was there, now the national party. The assembly elections over, then again Lok Sabha elections, that is which is intended to be on May 13th, that is shortly. In the assembly elections, with the change of government, inaction or delay in taking action, real estate investors got confusion whether they go ahead with the planning of investment or to delay the decision of the investments because of the many factors. Like, for example, there are many decisions which are pending, there are many approvals which are not getting, like in HMDA, many parts of the HMDA is being expanded, and decisions on the Musi river and the decisions in the RERA, and there are many applications which are pending in the RERA, so that the delay causing really a fear real in the real estate developers, builders. Mostly it is happening because we cannot, because we have to give sufficient time. The time is very short for the Congress government also, because of the elections. After state elections, again central elections, which are Lok Sabha elections. That means full administration, the all ministers, all engaged, full administration engaged in the elections. That's why the delays are happening and confusion is getting created, and there is a fear is being created in among the real estate people. And mainly here, if you take it, uh, elections in the neighboring state. Here, Telugu speaking state Telangana, which is having more than 30% of the people from Andhra based people also here. The AP elections definitely is going to be affected, impact on the Hyderabad real estate, but how far it is going to be impacted, we are going to discuss in this video. ఒక విధమైన లాస్ట్ గవర్నమెంట్లో, బీఆర్ఎస్ గవర్నమెంట్లో ఒక గవర్నమెంట్ అనేది ఒక మూమెంటం అనేది రియల్ ఎస్టేట్‌లో క్రియేట్ చేసింది. లాస్ట్ 5 ఇయర్స్‌లో రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ అనేది అద్భుతంగా రిటర్న్స్ ఇచ్చింది. చేంజ్ ఆఫ్ గవర్నమెంట్ వలన ఆ మూమెంటం అనేది తగ్గిద్ది. డెఫినెట్‌గా ఎక్కడైనా గానీ ఇది జరిగిద్ది. సఫిషియంట్ టైము ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిన గవర్నమెంట్‌కి కూడా దొరకలేదు. కొన్ని పాలిసీ డెసిషన్స్ దేర్ ఈస్ ఆబ్సెన్స్ ఆఫ్ డెసిషన్స్ ఇన్ మెనీ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ లైక్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ పాలసీ, రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ పాలసీ, అండ్ దేర్ ఆర్ మెనీ పాలసీస్ విచ్ ఆర్ రిక్వైర్డ్ టు బి టేకెన్ టు రన్ ద administration in the state. In the state, when you are taking the decisions, while taking the decisions, they are being coming across some problems in taking decisions because of the some mistakes done by the previous government, like mistakes in Dharani, which created a definitely a effect on the delay in mutations policies, or some revenue decisions are being pending. Like similarly, FSA, unlimited FSA was there. That means the floor space index. That means earlier previous government is in favor of floor space index. The government which has come recently in the Telangana, that is Congress government, which want to restrict the FSI. That is, of course, it is a good decision, because the most of the unlimited FSAs always create a impact pressure on the infrastructure, on the roads, and there was a even some cases that is being allocated or approved some high-rise buildings without even 100 feet road, 150 feet road, 200 feet road, without this thing, because that is going to be create a lot of troubles for the administration in terms of the effluent discharge, and in terms of the roads access, and in terms of the traffic on the road when they come and go for offices from their residential places. So there is a, that means there is a total review of the old earlier government by the new government. That's why the delay is being occurred. This should not be taken as granted delay. It is a short term. The similar aspect, if we take it is liquidity. Do elections. As everybody knows, for real estate, most of the transaction goes in cash transaction goes, and some transactions only on the white. That's why, because their government rates are different, what is the market rate is different. That difference is creates in cash transactions, which is being restricted because of the elections. There are a lot of checkpoints by the police, and that's why there is a movement of the money is very difficult, which is a challenging, and which is created a fear among the investors. That means there is a restriction in the because of the liquidity also, the impact has created on the real estate uh, this confusion, and taking a decision, and taking the delay in taking the decision, delay in buy and sales. But these are the certain factors, but in reality we will go in the further how far these are the real, how far it is being affected, really it is affected or not affected, we will going to see in these elections also. And one more thing is that affordability. You know, last 5 years, almost whoever is invested by taking some guidance, some experience with their experiences, most of the places they got the good returns in Hyderabad real estate. But you can't expect the same returns in the future, because of the many reasons. The always, it comes a little up and down, little up and down also. The same scenario, any type of investment, whether it is a real estate or stock market, any type of, there will be some ups and downs. So you cannot expect, definitely note it down, we cannot expect the same returns as in the previous 5 years, previous years. Now the affordability, most certain segments of the Hyderabad, especially in the west, southwest, certain corridors are really affordability to the middle people, middle class people, and higher middle class people. It has become very less because of the price hike. Now, what is happening because of this? This one, is it the prices coming down? This also created a confusion among the investors. Array, some more, if you delay our actions, our delay in decisions, the rates may come down. How far it is real, it is not practically, as per documentation concern, as for the registration of the registration departments, the sales have not come down much compared to previous year also. That will come, I'll give the data, in the picture. That means prices have not come down, but people are expecting that prices to come down because of the confusion, because of the election, because of the even AP election results. Okay, Andhra Pradesh election results, is it going to be affected Hyderabad real estate or not? Let us discuss certain points. AP results, there are two parties, which is Mr. Jagan party, which is already in the ruling, and other parties combined, like Kotami, that is Telugu Desam, Janasena, then BJP. These combined in these AP elections, that means these combined parties, they united and they are fighting against the Jagan government. These combined parties, especially as everybody knows, the Chandrababu Naidu has proved as a good administrator, a good chief minister, proved chief minister who has the capability to take AP to higher growth place. That means, with expecting Chandrababu Naidu, whoever is expecting Chandrababu Naidu, BJP and Janasena, this combined party comes, what will be the repercussions on the Hyderabad? Of course, initially short period it is going to be impacted, because fresh investments by the same AP based people in Hyderabad, they may think twice, thrice to invest in Hyderabad further. If they come, definitely certain raise, some price going to be increased in the AP. So the fresh investments is going to be affected. But is it going to be affected in the long run? Macro level, it is a micro level, short period, definitely it is going to be. Because Hyderabad real estate investments is not only by the Telugu speaking people. It has reached such a stage where most of the NRIs, most of the foreign direct investments are coming, many foreign companies are coming, and the growth is not depending on the which party and who is the person is here. Because of its Hyderabad inherent advantages are there. What advantages, what things we're going to discuss it. And there is some clarity missing even in the pharma city, and there is going to be, instead of earlier it was planned in 19,333 acres of the land in the Kandukuru mandal, and Achara Mandala, that area, and which has been scrapped by the new government, and they're going to be develop that area as a green city for the residential purpose. And instead of Hyderabad former city, they're going to be 10 more 10 9 to 10 clusters around the 360 degrees Hyderabad, between the ORR and regional ring road. That is being planned. It has to be taken certain decisions. Some places being studied is not being finalized for the purpose of the uh, former clusters. We say former clusters instead of former city. And the same, as elections are in the progress, most of sometimes the second capital, Hyderabad is going to be second capital, Hyderabad is going to be a union territory. This also talks every time, even last elections also it has come this stage. These are going to be, whether how far it is real is very difficult to say either me or by anybody. But there is a favorable factors are there to become a Hyderabad as a second capital or UT. Favorable factors, because of it is advantage. What advantage? Everybody knows that Hyderabad has got its certain advantage to become a second capital of India. Even union territory also, if it comes also, it is going to be, development is going to be enormous because of its strategic and geographical locations, because of the climatic conditions, because of its cosmopolitan condition culture. This means anybody from any part of the India can come and settle here very easily because of the language. Hindi, there is no problem here to understand and speaking, and because of very near to the culture. That means language problems are not there. So even all other parts of the Telangana people are coming and settling here because of the climatic conditions, because of the cost of living also it is very less, and ease of doing business also has proved one of the best city. That means that's why the most of the MNC companies, like five MNC companies, they established their second biggest headquarters in Hyderabad. As everybody knows, Google and like Microsoft, this many companies have come and established their second biggest capital here, and biggest data centers are being established by the Amazon and Microsoft. It means that they foreign companies identified the potential of the Hyderabad as a best destination, as a best growth prospectus, growth potential is concerned. Most of the, again in the here Hyderabad has got the good advantage of the uh, because here it is not like earthquake resistant, like grade 2 only here, earthquake resistance. That means the effect of the earthquakes is very less in Hyderabad. And here there is no much water problem and electricity problems, and there is no much problems for the people. That means the infrastructure is being developed by the parties whoever is coming to meet the requirement of the future requirement of the population. Now it is almost is 1.1 crore around this one. Now it is expected 1.3 shortly. That means the development of the infrastructure is being in par with the expectations of the inflow of the people, and it is expected more than 5 lakh people are coming inflow into the Hyderabad every yearly. Because of the employment, there are many employment generation points are there. NIMS at Jahirabad, and there are more than 12 SEDs are available in the Hyderabad surroundings areas, and electronic devices park at Sultanpur and Fab City, and there are electronic city two places, Raviriyal and Maheswaram, and 3,600 acres of the sedge, three sedge at Shahbad. These are different developments are taking place around the Hyderabad. Even the airport centric development is a lot of potential for the employment generation. Airport centric development means actually it is the airport is had got the more than 5,500 acres of the land. Only around 2,000 acres of the land only is being utilized for the purpose of the aviation. That is, aviation means runway and terminals. Other when it's 3,000, near about 3,500 acres of the land is available and is being taking advantage for the purpose of the business, for the purpose of the hospital port, for the purpose of the many educational port. They want to develop at the airport surroundings, at the education port, logistic port, and different 6 ports they being planned for the business purpose to increase the it is all going to be employment generation. It is not being explored fully now. If it is explored fully, it will be definitely is going to be a lot of employment generation, and lot of inflow is expected, and lot of development is expected. And one more thing here, there is a good opportunity has got for the present government to develop Hyderabad as a biggest I say biggest city in India, because now which is HMDA limit is 7,000, near about 250 square kilometers. It is going to be extended up to upcoming triple R, that is regional ring road, which is 340 kilometers of the regional ring road, which is coming around the ORR from 25 to 30 kilometers from the ORR. That area with the HMD limit want to new government want to extend up to the boundary of the regional ring road. When it comes that stage, it is going to be biggest city, and it is going to be a biggest city. It is going to be a because more than 10,000 square kilometers of the area means. With that one, you got it a very good potential between the, that is the ORR and triple R. These areas we want to develop as integrated townships. What is integrated township? It is the townships which is consists of the residential colony and walk to work concept, employment generation clusters, and education facilities, and hospital facilities, and entertainment. All everything is there in the same integrated townships. They need not to go some other places for the hospital purpose, for the education purpose, for the any entertainment purpose, for the walk to work concept. This is going to save lot of revenue also. Why? Because there is no much transportation involved here. If you see the practically what is happening, if my child is, I am staying at Mehdipatnam, my child is going up to Dilshuk Nagar to study some school. And the same way at Dilshuk Nagar, some children are coming up to here, Mehdipatnam, and studying. That means there is a definitely a bus facilities and being pollution is there. If it is graded, schools, colleges are being graded, and nearest same grading, same with grading, fees and other things will be there. That means definitely it is going to be advantage for the people, for everybody. Not to travel to their jobs, to their education, to the schools, to the colleges. They need not to get tired, and the time can be productively utilized. That means here in this smart city like integrated townships, it is going to be a lot of advantage. And because of this, the area between outer ring road and the regional ring road, as for the real estate side, is going to be developed a lot. Now it is the correct thing to invest now. This is the correct time to invest between these areas. Like overall, up to 18, or it has come fully, and regional ring road now just now it is started 340 kilometers of the and in the two phases it is being developed, north sector and south sector. From north already approval, even central government is approval has given, they given 161 aa number also. South is yet to be get the full approval, but the verbal approval is already been given by the central government. That means they got the good advantage for being developed in this much area, and there is a possibility of industries going to come in these areas. That means infrastructure is being developed. More than 50 radial roads are being planned between the outer ring road and regional ring road. Some data I like to bring to the notice of our viewers, which is really some reputed companies, they given a good studies, and what they given is that if you take it is now, as for the CREDI, recently they released one study which says that now, as of now, real estate market business is now around $300 billion market. It is expected by 2034 going to be increased 1.3 lakh crore US dollars. Similarly, 2047 it is expected 5.17 lakh crores US dollars. This is why I am giving this data. This data shows that macro level Indian economy is very strong. Thereby, Indian economy very strong. Then thereby, in India also, fastest city among the most cosmopolitan cities, most city like Bombay, Pune, Chennai, Delhi, Bangalore. With this city is one. Hyderabad is leading fastest developing city in India. So you can take the situation by this one. Real estate market is expected by the 2034 1.3 lakh US dollars. So in the similar way, Hyderabad also is going to get the more benefit since it is being developed fastly, one of the first leading city in India. As for the GDP contribution by the real estate, by 2034 it is expected 13.8, and it is expected by 2047 17.5. It means the maximum contribution by the real estate. That means whoever comes in the power at the center or state, most of the cities like Hyderabad, real estate is not going to be affected in the long run, because most of the revenue comes from the real estate to the state government, which required for their own expenditure for the development of infrastructure, their own expenditure to the government, salaries and other things. That means it is expected now. Whatever the state is, what I mean to say is the present state is only a temporary phase. In the long run, Indian economy is very good, and Indian economy also, Hyderabad is going to be developed is the better way. And similarly, urban population in India by 2028 it will be 50%, but whereas in 2025 in Telangana it will be 50%. That means there is a lot of movement of the families from the rural area to main cities. Of course, with this one, where it is the developments which are expected to take place between ORR and a regional ring road, the shift of the people can be stopped to a certain extent, because there are many villages are there in between this one, so it's not going to be much employment generation also is there in that areas because of the establishment of the many companies. And in Telangana it is 50% by 2025. And similarly, the job potential, most of the, like if you take the consideration of the airport based specific employment generation, Shabad 3600 acres of the SEZs, three SEZs in Chandan Valley, Sitarampur, and other place. There are three SEZs, and there are many SEZs in Telangana specific, in Hyderabad specific places it is working, and electronic devices parks, and many places it is being, even in the earlier industrial parks are being converted as a IT parks. That means there is a lot of potential for the employment generation in Hyderabad. If you take it in even last January 2024 to March 2024 data, if you take it as in the real estate, if you take it, that is January 2024 to March 2024, the sale of the properties, if you take the consideration of the sale of the properties, 68% is increased in India with respect to January 2023 to March 2023 in India. Whereas in Hyderabad, in 2023-24, 22-23, it was 9 9,700 crores of real estate property sales have been. Now 2023 and 24, it has increased to 23,580 crores. Now we can see with respect to here 68%, it is a 142%. That means 1.2 times it has increased almost. That means why I given this data, this is not given my this data, this is given by the Prop Tiger. Prop Tiger has given the data, real data. That means what we tell is different, what is actually happening is different. There is a sentiment is down definitely as far as the Hyderabad real estate is concerned. Short term it may be affected, but in the long term it's not going to be affected by any of the consideration like AP elections in other things, until unless certain drastic someday happens. Otherwise Hyderabad real estate is going to be best in the future. But again here I say it is again it is going to be a challenging job, even the government which is already not in action much so far, but if they want to take action, because the reason why the Congress government, certain points I'll just tell you, the center state relations is going to be one of the main contributory factor for the development of the any state, and similar way real estate in that state. One fact, just a state, I am giving the one example. And Congress government being a national party, the decision most of the times it gets delayed. The delay causes inconvenience, unhappiness among the investors, industry people. So this has to be taken, this is challenging points. The decisions has to be taken very fast, and already the momentum which is created by the previous government in the real estate or growth is concerned has to be further to be taken by bringing the policy decisions, especially policy decisions like industrial policies, real estate policies, and RERA strict policy rules also to be taken care of, and infrastructure development. That means there is to be taken the balance of the, that is development of the real estate. That is very much important. I told the national decisions to be taken very daily, and policy decisions has to be taken very fast. And it got the very much is uh, government is it should not be work like remote. Other decisions should not come always every time from the Delhi. It should be from the local, a local chief minister, local government, so that the people's confidence to be developed among the investors, among the industrials, among the different MNC companies, different, because become any type of investment which comes from the foreign countries or from other state, always it depends on the person in the ruling party who takes so much proactive actions. Because if you take it as a earlier government also the proactive, because it's a very competitive field to bring investment from other states, from other foreign companies. It's very, because there are many other state people, they're going to go encroach for the investments, they're going to give more offers. That means you should be the first person to offer any facilities, any offer PBs for the companies which are going to be set up in the Hyderabad real estate, Hyderabad area. That means you have to be, government has to be very industrial friendly and real estate friendly for the development purpose. Okay, this is the thing which is going to be some, I covered in this video most of the things where the confusion is there. Why this confusion is only for the short period, it's not to be real as far as the long term is concerned. And there are certain challenges for the Congress government which is going to be developed, but it is a great advantage for the present government to take the advantage of the development of the smart cities or integrated townships between outer ring road and the regional ring road. They got a good opportunity. They get a good opportunity to develop Musi, which crosses almost a 55 to 56 kilometers in the heart of the city from the west to east. This is going to be a landmark or going to be created a, bring the good name to the present government, but it has to be utilized by taking the good decisions and fast decisions, and it has to be taken not as a parochial way, and it's to be taken in the interest of the public, in the interest of the industries, and in the interest of the growth parameters for the government. And the same way, the it is again small points I want to add here. It's not going to be cakewalk even in AP development. At present scenario, they got the more than 1.3 lakh crore as a debts. With the much debt, how far, and the promises which are being given by the Chandrababu Naidu and BJP and Janasena party, it is also is not to be, is also to be gives going to give burden for the state government there also. That means what I mean to say is that or I want to give the little advice not to sell here the property and go and buy fresh investments. Maybe you consider depending on your research and your decisions, your mindset. But here selling and going and buying there may little risky, and the risk analysis, risk mitigation to be taken by each and every person, certain guidance to be taken by the investors really, from the people who are we are accustomed to the Hyderabad real estate and AP real estate and other places. That is going to be give a good inherent insight of the real estate in the Hyderabad, also in overall Indian, full India as the country is concerned. That means in the total I want to conclude is that one, as a short period, Hyderabad real estate may be little saturated, or only the saturated means actually wherever air is inflated, in the future rates were there, that is going to become to the real rates. That's all, very simple. And whoever is going to buy, they have to analyze very carefully, then only they have to invest the money now. But it's the right time to invest, provided you know, find the good locations, good rate. Good rate is very much important, not the market rate. Your choice properties, and the person who like to sell the because of the many other reasons, who is compelled to sell, from them they have to buy, taking all the ground precautions of the each property. That means there are certain precautions to be taken while going to buy in the plots, certain different precautions to be taken while going to buy the gated community, and certain other precautions to be taken while going to buy the villas. Thank you very much. My name is again say Vallur Venkateswarlu. I am retired general manager from the Airport Authority of India. My phone number is that 812-174-8850. For any advice, you can contact me through WhatsApp or telephone call before 9 to 10 p.m. Thank you very much.